all, welcome to the channel. I'm Matt, this is Matt's Modz, and today we're going to do issue 10 of Build the Terminator. Now it's going to be a bit of a marathon this week with the Terminators, because I'm still waiting for my issue 3 to be replaced for the X-Wing. We did an Ecto video yesterday, so that's the Ecto video done for this week, so there won't be an Ecto till next week. So it's time to really get cracking on this Terminator and hopefully get it built. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is this faceplate here, and what we're simply going to do is we're going to put these right in an eye socket onto these pins here and here. Now it does say it's a push fit connection, but if you're not happy with it, you can glue it in place. Now I've tested mine to make sure I get them in the right place, and they do need a little bit of glue. So I'm just going to get some glue on a cocktail stick. I'm just going to dab it just on these pegs on the inside of the faceplate, so that they just nicely going to slot in neatly, because they're definitely not push fit. If I compare push fit to the X-Wing, these are definitely not push fit. Okay, so we've just applied a little bit of glue there, and we're just going to put these eye sockets in. Now just noting that this part here, which is the thinnest part of the eye socket, wants to be at the bottom of the eye. And then you just want to simply line these up on the pins. Now you'll know you've got them in wrong because they just won't look right when they're in. So you really need to make sure that you line them up on these pins and that they all go all the way down. So that one's now on, like so. So we'll grab the other one. Just locating it on them pins. Just like I said, if you don't line them up properly, the thing won't go in. And then that's in. I'm just going to apply a bit of pressure for just a few seconds, just so that super glue sets and we've got a nice tight fit. Okay, so let's take them off. I'll show you that on a close-up camera, what that looks like now. So as you can see, the inner eye sockets are now in place. Now that's all we need to do on that part, because the next part is we're going to be building one of the fingers. This is the middle finger that we're building next, and obviously I'm doing the Model Modz mod for this. But the first thing we need to do, again, this says it's push fit, but I just don't find it is. I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the tip of the finger, just so I can get that finger into place, because I just don't believe that is a push fit. I think it will come off way too easily, and we're just going to put it on like so. Yeah, that is definitely not a push fit. Okay, so now we've done that, we need to get the next section of the finger. Like I said, we are doing the Model Modz fix, so we'll get one of these screws with the brass bit on it already. I'm going to pop it into that, lay it down flat. We need 2 washers, so I've got 2 washers here. Slot that over. Okay, and then we need to get a screw from the Model Modz thing, like so. Now I have got a magnet on my Oreo screwdriver, and that is simply because I cannot magnetise this for love nor money. And then what we're just going to do, we're just going to get some Loctite. This is thread lock. Give it a good shake. pour some into a little trough I've got here where I put my super glue and bits. I'm going to dab the screw in the Loctite, put the second part on, and hopefully that will screw down nicely, which it has done. Okay, so we're going to have to repeat the process. So a screw with the brass bit on, 2 washers. The problem is when you put this magnet on a screwdriver, everything wants to stick to the screwdriver. I'm going to put the second part on, get a screw, dab the screw in a bit of Loctite, and then screw it into place. Now, I don't actually mess with the articulation of these fingers until at least 24 hours, because it takes about 24 hours for that Loctite to go off. So I leave it be while it is going. I mean, it should sort of go off in a few hours, but it is recommended that you leave it 24 hours for it to properly go off. Okay, so we're just putting the last bit for the finger on here. And that's on like so. And then the next bit we need to do is we need to bring across the palm, because we are going to be attaching this to the palm. So what I'm going to do, because we need to make sure that we're doing this correctly, I'm going to get a screw lined up already. Okay, let me just turn over to the other page of the magazine, just so that we make sure we do this correctly. And then I'm going to get the little brass bit with the screw on. I'm going to bob that up onto through it. Then going to get my 2 washers that we need. And then, yeah, this is a problem I thought I would have. Get the 2 washers. See, the washers do not want to stay on. Let's try this a different way. Let's try laying the palm flat with that bit on there. So we've got something to rest it on. Get the 2 washers ready. Now they don't want to be picked up off my mat. I think the most fiddliest part out of all this mod is the 2 washers. Really, it's just getting them on, or it's either that I'm just having one of them day type things. Okay, so we've got the part now lined up on there. Get some thread lock and then screw that bit down. Now that's not wanting to reach, so I'm wondering whether we have to use 1 washer. So let's put it on. Let's try 1 washer this time and see if it'll lock it in place. I was putting some reasonable force on it. No, that's still not wanting to go down, so let's try it with no washers. Bob the part in. Get the other part over it, and this time we have got no washers. And that's still not wanting to go in. Right, sorry, I had to edit that because I was really having difficulties getting the length of this screw onto it, but it's on now. What it was, I had to back it up and make it just a little bit longer by basically backing up the screw on this part here. That now goes nicely into place, and that is issue 10 done with. So that's today's issue done with. I might have one out later on today, I don't know, it just depends how things go. But yeah, I hope you liked the little video that I had to put in there, that I've created, so just so you sort of know, something's gone wrong. So, but if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you're notified of any future videos. Also, I have a Facebook, Twitter and Instagram page for my channel. They're in the description of this video, so if you scroll down you can join on the Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. But as for now, bye for now guys, bye.